Welcome back, Trinity people. We're getting you ready to meditate with us on Wednesday nights. These series of Trinity videos, as you know, are supposed to give you a physical sensation of the energy that you're meditating on. Because if you're not sensing the energy all the way down, you're not helping to anchor it into the consciousness. If you think this is a good idea, then like this video and subscribe to our channel. You can be a part of this. Every week you can be a part of this. This week our focus is persistence. Last week it was perseverance. This week it's persistence. They're very closely related. Persistence is more about that keep going sort of feeling as opposed to keep being. So the main thing that we need to talk about when we talk about persistence is don't let it become stubbornness. Don't just keep pushing against the same thing, trying harder and harder. That is not persistence. Persistence is a constantly moving forward energy, but it is not a move in the same straight direction energy. And that's the point that we want to make tonight. I have a self-defense technique that I think will make that clear to you. So I'm going to get my partner out here. This is just a get somebody off of you technique. If there's, especially if you're a woman, if there's a man that's bothering you and you're not like, I want to hurt this person, I want there to be a police report, you just want to get them off of you. Somebody grabs you or something, you're going to take your hand and your fingers are going to curl down so that they go into the collarbone like that, but your fist pushes against their throat. So if I've got you, you go there, and you can just pretty much push anybody off of it. They grab you or something, you can still just push them off because it's very uncomfortable to have both this downward pressure inside the collarbone and this forward pressure against your throat. But occasionally you'll meet somebody who's big and strong, and even the pain of that doesn't back them off. So if you're pushing against somebody, and it is this solid force, and you just try harder to push in the same direction, which is what most people think persistence is, it's going to get you nowhere. If this amount of pressure didn't move this person, then trying the same thing with more effort is probably not going to get you anywhere. But if you learn to take this same intent, I want to go that way, but I'm not rigid about the direction. It can be a little this way, and then a little this way, and then a little this way, and a little this way. Then you can move just about anybody simply by constantly changing that vector. Just a little bit of change in your direction. Your goal is still to move that way. You don't give up on your goal, but instead of constantly pushing in the same direction, you change it just a little bit until you get them to move. You can do this with this technique. If somebody grabs you, and you do the thing where you go into the collarbone and you push against the neck, they may still be tough enough to stick with it unless you start changing the direction. Push and change, push and change. There you go. And then you can move them off of you. This is the real secret to persistence. It is not rigid. Yes, it has an intent. Yes, it always moves forward, but it doesn't get stuck pushing against the same point harder and harder. You can bring this into your life in many different ways. If you find yourself stuck, ask yourself, how can I still have movement? Or how can I still be powerful? How can I still be efficient or communicate but not hit the same point over and over again? How can I change it just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit? If you do that, you'll find that your persistence moves you forward instead of makes you stubborn. If you think this stuff's cool, stay tuned for more Trinity.